Imagine staring into the night sky, gazing at a distant, seemingly solitary star. It appears simple, alone, and serene. What if I told you this isn't a single star? What if it's an entire galaxy? An intricate network of thousands of stars, all interconnected. Actually, this is not a galaxy. This is a visualization of learning. Each star in this galaxy represents a different element. An idea, a skill, an interaction, an emotion, a goal. And the connections, they are the unseen forces, the pathways that link those elements together, creating a complex and dynamic system. This is the complexity of learning. Not the stars themselves, but the intricate dance they perform together. It's an emergent phenomenon, a result of countless interactions within this vast, interconnected network. Each flash of light, each shift in the dance, symbolizes change, growth, and transformation. It's these moments of interaction, of connection, that give rise to learning. This is the complexity of learning. What you are seeing here is a simulation of learning in one classroom with 63 students. The little dots are not students. They are the interdependent elements. Dynamic interactions between these elements give rise to the emergence of what we call learning. Learning is not acquisition. Learning is becoming, a change in who you are as a human being. And learning is construction of meaning, of ways of knowing, of abilities, of things. Learning is the emergent construction of self, the emergent construction of your world. And all of these elements of many beautiful colors, some are ideas, some are skills, but that's just the beginning. Interpersonal relationships, interpersonal interactions, identity aspects, assumptions problematized, engagement in a community of practice, cognitive dissonance, purposes and goals, perceived action possibilities, affect and emotion, epistemic stances, ontologies, productive struggles, non-productive struggles, schema building and revision, co-constructions, embodied cognition, enactive cognition, making, designing, agency, authority, real-world impact work, power issues, metacognition, reflection, tinkering, exploration, intrinsic motivation, self-efficacy, tools, and conceptual frameworks. These are just a few of the necessary elements identified by learning scientists, elements from which learning is emergent. This is the complexity of learning. Someday we may be able to measure learning, but it's going to be difficult. If you want to measure learning, you're going to have to measure every single line. You're going to have to assess each of these millions of interdependencies between these hundreds of thousands of elements. In the simulation you're seeing now of a single classroom with 63 students, there are over 2 million connections. Wait, hold on. We just had an exam last week, you say. Isn't that a measure of learning? Nope. It's a measure of something, but not of learning. This is the complexity of learning. So if measuring learning is next to impossible, it would be best to focus our energy on more fruitful things. You live in the real world, of course, where institutional structures demand that you assign grades. But rather than spending your valuable time building better assessments, your time might be better spent designing learning activities. This is the complexity of learning. The intricate dance, the emergent phenomena, a result of countless interactions within this beautiful, awe-inspiring, interconnected network. And we can choreograph this dance. We can design for learning. As we navigate this galaxy, we begin to realize that our traditional tools of measurement, like exams, are like trying to measure the infinite expanse of the universe with a ruler. They give us something, yes, but they don't capture the full depth and breadth of the complexity of learning. The true power of understanding learning as this complex dance is the potential it holds for us as educators, as learners, as people. We can't control the dance, but we can shape it. We can create conditions, environments, and experiences that encourage a rich interplay of elements, a dynamic and diverse dance of learning. This is our challenge and our opportunity. To let go of our need to measure and control every step of the dance, and instead to focus on crafting the music that inspires it. To design learning activities that stimulate, provoke, and nourish these intricate interactions. This is the complexity of learning. It's not something to be feared or simplified, but to be embraced, to be harnessed. For in this complexity lies the beauty of learning, the potential for growth, and the essence of what makes us human. So let's choreograph this dance together. Let's create a symphony of interactions that will light up this galaxy. Let's embrace the complexity of learning.